So I'd actually told myself that I would probably stop doing unboxing videos due to the trouble that I've been having getting actual product. But here we are with Dimensional Transcendence, the third set for Divines. I figured I could go through this because it does have Lukier here, right here. And I really like Lukier. And I just did the original set 3, so I figured maybe, you know, since I had luck in set 8 where I managed to pull the secret Lukier twice, maybe I'll do that again and this time actually get it on camera. So Lukier side, there's also a lot of cool stuff in this set. So we have another encounter in Dayusha. We have another Craycross Epic unit, sort of, here in the Molderin. We have a Youthquake deck in Koto Blaze. And we have arguably the best deck in the format right now, Shoujo Doji. Then we have ourselves a new Arkwreck, that's also really good. And Stoiraha and Sacrifice Glass, which aren't seen as well competitively, but are also very cool and interesting decks. This is from the Craycross Epic story, and this is from the Youthquake manga. So let's go ahead and open this up. We do not get box toppers this time around. So we had a good streak since I want to say like set 9 or 10, where we're constantly getting box toppers, and I broke the box. There we go. It's been a while since I broke a box, but there we go. So we don't have any box toppers this time around. You do get promo box toppers, packs, I should say specifically, promo packs if you buy this at a store, and they'll give you hollow versions of the PR packs that we got for set 13. So the joke is that we bullied and memed and I guess cyberbullied Bushiro to not give us PR packs and instead only make those the buy-in promos, which is kind of whatever because it's the same packs we had before. But we got ourselves here a bunch of packs here. The pack design is pretty cool. Of course, we've yet to get anything as cool as set 5, which had the multiple designs on the packs, which kind of sucks because these all have like really cool decks. So it would have been cool to have different packs for them. But we'll jump into this and see what we've got ourselves here. So we got ourselves here the Stoiraha cards, which are really interesting because they're orders. You can use 2 of them in one turn. Got the Undercover Starter. We got these really dumb cyclers for every single nation. Lyrical is not included in this set, by the way. It's just the original, I guess the original 5 or the first 5 here. But we've got these starters, or sorry, these cyclers that are all 8K grade 2s that all say if your Vanguard is less than your opponent's Vanguard, or you have 4 more cards in damage, then they finally get 5K attack and shield. Very frustrating because they're not very good and not very playable. Could have been something better. We got the new best starter in Starkea here in Banana. And then we're going to get ourselves a rare in the Misty Arc Porcuhale here, which is a really good card for Misty Arc because it counts as 2 units when you count Misty Arc units, and it can also get 10k battle, 10k power. We're going to immediately get a triple rare here in the first pack here in the Cloud Water Fleet Stealth Rogue Shoujo Doji, one of the best cards and one of the chase cards for this set. So it has 3 skills. 1, it counts as the original Shoujo Doji. 2, it says you can Energy Blast 3, bind 3 cards with Stealth in their card name from your soul. Choose 2 of your opponent's rears, bind all of those, or use specifically rearguard circles. Bind all the cards on those rearguard circles so it doesn't target. So it gets around resist or like MPEX or anything like that. And then it says that your opponent chooses a card from their hand and binds it as well. At the end of the turn, of course, they put the cards that you bound back into their hand, but you have ways to bot deck that if you wanted to. But it also says when this unit attacks or is attacked, put 2 rear guards into soul, choose up to 2 cards with Stealth in their card name from your bind zone, call them to the front and back row. And if it is your opponent's battle phase, call them to Guardian Circle instead. So they have the ability to guard just like dolls as well and call out stuff from Bind Zone. So this deck does a lot. It is super cool. It is really good into the Shiranui matchup because of the fact that it can like take out its rears and bind them and stuff like that. You can reuse PGs because there's a stealth PG and you can put that into your bind zone and then guard with that. You can also do that with triggers. You can do a lot. This guy is insane. Looking forward to playing it myself, actually. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull something just as cool in the remaining packs here. I had these at different like piles, but now they're all stacked together. So here's a Dark States Cycler. Here is this Pancake card. These are really cool. Starter for Dragon Empire here, the Cult of Blaze starter. Here's the Cult of Blaze grade 2. This dragon is cool. Hideous Cycler dragon that just says when it attacks, you soul charge 2, and then any triggers from those soul charge you put on the bottom of your deck, and you get 5 for each of those triggers that you attempted to soul charge, right? So it's a good way to keep triggers in deck. And we got a rare, and we got ourselves a reprint here of the Bracing Angel Ladder. This is really good because this was originally a like $70-$90 card because it was really good against Shiranui. But this essentially is a Regalias piece. You can only have 1 in deck, only use 1 in the entire fight. You play it, you draw a card, put this into soul, and your Vanguard gets 5k. And until the end of your opponent's next turn, your opponent cannot choose your rear guards and put them into a different anywhere else. They can't move any of your rear guards, so they can't bind it, put it to soul, anything. They cannot move them, and also cannot target them either. Really cool that thing is reprinted. It's not as useful now, I feel like, as it was originally, but pretty cool. Here is the grade 2 for Sacrifice Glass. She looks really pretty. Got ourselves the Dragon Empire Cycler, shows Doji card that doesn't see play. This really cute girl in Dark States. I got ourselves this Robots. We got ourselves a double rare in the Repair Robo Runny here. That says, when this is placed on Rare Soul Blast 1, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose 2 arms from among them, put 1 into your hand and discard the other one. And also, when your Silhouette attacks, you can Soul Blast 1, retire this, and then for the end of that battle, your opponent has to call 2 or more cards to guard your Silhouette. It's really cool. And we're getting a double here. Nice. A double rare. We're gonna get the Mythiarch Marilish here. So when this is placed on rear by the ability of your card with Mythiarch in its card name, if you have a Vanguard with Mythiarch in its card name, counterblast 1, draw 1, and until the end of the turn, if your opponent would call cards to guard for this attack, it has to be 2 or more. So we got the 2 guard restrict cards that come out in this set together in one pack. Pretty cool. Overall, this set is like fine. It has a lot of cool stuff. The decks are pretty cool. It's just not all of them are super relevant at the point in time, and a lot of them got overshadowed by Shoujoji being so good. For example, the undercover cards here are really cool, but this guy actually sees a lot of play in Luard and like Raziel and some other decks because they will play the undercover starter, and this says that 1, when it boosts, you can Energy Blast 2, return to your hand, and when you guard with it, you can put any other undercover card on the bottom of your deck, and he gets 5k shield. So in Luar, this is a grade 1 that becomes 10k shield, and you can very easily put your cards back into deck, right, with this. So pretty cool. So grade 3. There's a lot of grade 3s in this set for each nation that also, in some sort of way, let you retire, which is kind of cool. This card is really cool. It's called Walk the Dark. It's a little ghost walking his little skeleton dog. But you can play this from your soul. It's a blitz order, and you play it with energy last 3. And then you just give 15k to something being attacked. And if it was played from your soul, you put it on the bottom of your deck. So pretty cool. And we're gonna get ourselves another triple rare here in Flyover Vivatica here, which is going to be a support card for Stoiraha, the new Stray deck from Youthquake. So when this is placed on rear, counterblast 1, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 codex from among them, which is those spell cards, or not spell cards, those order cards I talked about at the start. One of these, right? Just 2 of them. At least for now, there's 2 of them. Put it into your hand and shuffle your deck, and if not, you draw 1. Then this gets 5k for every codex you play this turn. You can play 2 of them, thanks to the Vanguard skill, so this can be a 20k attacker. So, cool. Cool. Pretty good so far. We've got all the triple rares off the bank, which is interesting. I don't feel like that's usually happened, but hey, it is what it is. Here's the grade 2 for Stoiraha. We've got ourselves here Die Battles, which is for Dayusha, which is really cool. Here's the Mordeline undercover grade 1. Got ourselves a rare here, and we're gonna get ourselves a double rare here. So there's another pair of cyclers in this set that are all grade 2 and that have 2 effects. One says when it's discarded, if you have a grade 2 or greater Vanguard, you can Soul Blast 1 to call this out, but if it's during battle phase, it cannot attack. However, it has a nation-specific skill that says if you did something, if you did X, that's, you know, specific to that nation, you can boost, which is pretty cool. They have not yet seen like any specific play. I've seen, I think the Keter one, see some play in some deck, I don't remember. But for the most part, these cyclers have not seen any play. But I feel like they might in the future. Here's the Cult of Blaze grade 1. This guy's pretty interesting because if you're Soul Blast 10 or more, you can Energy Blast, retire front row. So, a little removal. We're gonna get an FR here in the Hurtful Pulpadilio here, which is really cool. So this gets 5k for every codex. And also it says that in your front row, when your Vanguard is attacked by your opponent's rear guard, you can retire this. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards and decrease that unit's attack by this unit's original attack to the end of turn. So it loses 13k. So this is actually generic because it doesn't mention a specific Vanguard or anything like that, or any other archetypes or anything like that. So you can actually play this in any Circaia deck, which is kind of nuts. We also got our triggers, effect triggers for all the nations reprinted, which is cool. And then we're gonna get ourselves a clown here. Cool. But yeah, that little guy, that little, not sure little guy, but the beetle we got an FR is really cool because you can actually use that in stuff like the upcoming Night Rose, even if you wanted to, right? And then bring it back, which is crazy. We're gonna get ourselves Divine Scissor S'more, which I think a really cool card for Keter because you can very easily give you soul in that deck, or that nation, I should say. And that nation has a problem with soul for the most part because a lot of things use soul. But it just says when she boosts, if 2 or more of your rear guards replace this turn, she gets plus 2k and then she goes into soul. So pretty cool. Got an Undercover grade 3. Got Pro BB reprinted, very nice. And then we're gonna get ourselves here a double rare here, the Knight of Darkness of your Undercover Obscavade. So this is for the new Undercover Mord Lion deck. So this is presumably an Obscavade of the past. So before he teams up with like Eva, I guess, if I remember correctly from what I've been told. But he has 3 skills. First one is actually in the gauge zone. So a lot of decks now are going to be using gauges. So keep that in mind. But this says if this is an undercover gauge, you can Soul Blast 1 and call it to back row center. I think you can technically do this on like turn 1 or turn 2. I think you get the gauge on turn 2, but you just can't do anything with him there. Then he says, if you have a grade 3 or greater with Undercover in its card name, this unit can attack from the back row center column and it gets 10k power. Also, it says if it's in the back row center column and you have an Undercover grade 3 and your opponent is on grade 3 and you haven't done drive checks this turn, from your rear guard, you Soul Blast 1, attack, or Soul Blast 1 when you attack with this and it can perform drive checks. And then after that, you put it on the bottom of your deck. So very convoluted, but there is an actual way to actually get this to, technically, if they didn't have the restriction to do the drive checks multiple times, but they, unfortunately, did not make that possible. Because there's a way to restand him and have him swing again mid-battle, which is the one thing that people know about this deck, really, is just that. But it would have been really cool if they hadn't put in that restriction, and we could have made that possible. Here's the Cult of Blaze grade 1 that I always confuse with the Shoujo Doji grade 1 because they're both grade 1s and they're both red, right? In the same nation, obviously. Shady Investigator, and then we're going to get ourselves a rare here. And then we're going to get ourselves another triple rare here. Wow. Super Dimensional Robo Die Lady. The rest of these packs are going to be ass, huh? So this says, when this is placed on rear, if you have a Vanguard Dimensional Robo in its card name, counterblast 1. Search your deck for up to 1 base card, put it to your hand and shuffle your deck. Then if this attacks a grade 3 or greater, if you have 2 bases, it gets plus 10k power. So it allows you to search out your bases, which is a Dayusha thing. So there is a little bit of like cross-pollination with heroes because they both have the keyword base, which is cool. So you can technically use them in either deck. Not that you really get a lot of benefit from it. We got a Shield Fisher card. This really cool card for Arkwright. We got Shaky Peanut. Very cool card. Dialander, which is on Ride, you can actually search out a base. So you can technically play that in Heroes if you want. Here's this Cycler. Here's this Pelican here, which is cool because it lets you put a set order to get 20k shield. And here is the Shoujo Doji. Grade 1 I was talking about. Looks like very similar, right? Like I know side by side they look different, but at a glance they look very similar. But this card is insane. It's one of the reasons Shoujo Doji is really good. because it says at the end of the battle that it boosts, if you have a grade 3 social ability, put 2 rear guards with stealth in the same column of this unit to soul, and then choose a grade 2 or greater with stealth from your drop and add it to your hand. So it allows you to have some drop recursion as well as fill up your soul, so you can remove stuff from soul. Very, very good. Or I shouldn't say remove with bind, and then put it into your bind zone and use it from your bind zone. So very good card. We're gonna get ourselves the other, there we go, the Elven Magician. We got ourselves the grade 1 for Sacrifice Glass, which is interesting because it lets you ride for free, but both you and your opponent draw a card. So very interesting card. Eugene-ish card. We got the starter for Sacrifice Glass. We've got ourselves this grade 3. We're gonna get ourselves the mat here, the sneak peek mat that I actually managed to get. And then we're gonna get ourselves the Tasty Yuzu, which is really cool because it's a grade 1 Stoicheia that on plays Counterblast 1 gives you 2 plant tokens, which, you know, is very good for Stoicheia. They did have a card that did that, but it was a 9k grade 2. So, especially it being a grade 1 is really good. But that is kind of what power creep looks like. If you ever wanted to know what power creep was, just look up the original card and the Yuzu, and that'll explain it for you. We're gonna get a double rare here in the Ravaging Dragon. So when this unit is boosted, this unit gets 5k until the end of the battle for each set order, your order zone. And if it gets 15k or more, you Soul Blast 1, and if your opponent were to guard, they would have to do guard from hand. They would have to do 2 or more. So this is actually for Zedlance, technically, because it's the only Dragon Empire deck right now that really uses set orders, aside from the Festival Collection set order that you can use. Oh, yes! So happy about this. It's probably our last triple. We got Illusionary Lantern Demonic Lady Valkor. This and Shoujo Doji are like the chase triple rares for these set. So when this is placed from hand, you energy charge 1. Then it also says at the end of the battle, this unit boosted. If you energy blast 3 or more at the same time for the cost of your card's ability this turn, you can retire this to draw a card. So anytime you energy blast 3, you can retire this, or if you did that anytime that turn, I should say, you can, after boosting, retire or draw a card. Very, very, very good card. Very good generic card that is seeing a lot of play right now in a lot of different decks. It's seeing a lot of play in Chronojet. It will see a lot of play in Sacrifice Glass, which is the deck that it's supposed to be for. It sees play in Lukier, and it could just be played in just about any deck, to be honest. Seeing a bunch of these guys. Whoopsie. But we do here have our other FR, which is the Steam Fighter Lemsum, who's really cool because she's a grade 1. That says whenever you put her in Guardian, you energy blast 3, choose one of your opponent's attacking vanguards, and they get minus 5k power till the end of the turn. So if it's like a restanding vanguard, they just keep losing my 5k. If you like do 2 of them, it's minus 10k, right? So pretty cool. We're gonna get the what used to be Sweet Bait, and it decided to butcher it in English and call it Saccharine Bait, which is like the chemical compound or something like that of sweet or something silly like that, but it's for Sacrifice Glass, which is a deck that I will be playing from this set, so you'll probably see a video on it soon. But it is a very interesting deck, not unfortunately the best deck from this set. It's a little gimmicky and clunky, right? I don't like calling things gimmicky because I feel like that devalues their design, but Sacrifice Glass is kind of the epitome of gimmicky. We're actually going to get the Super Dimensional Fortress Die Base, which is really cool. Oops. And then we also got a double 2 rares in the Persistent Chlorophyst, which is really good for straight aha. But I believe the last hit we can get here from this box is a SR, because I don't believe we've seen that yet. We have, I believe, seen all the triples. We might be able to get another double, possibly. And I think there might be a chance that Lukier might still be here, but I don't know. And we're gonna get ourselves a double here in the Freezing Magic Froros. So all of the like clan cards in standard got a card that is for their nation, but also has an effect that lets them be of that clan if needed. Which is kind of weird. I don't know why they aren't just from the clan that they're supposed to be, but they're technically new cards, they're not encounters. Anyways, whatever. When this is placed on mirror, if you have a Minerva, grade 3 or greater Minerva, Soul Blast 2, choose 2 normal units with the same card name. With the same card name and not Sentinel from your drop. Put 1 into hand, put the rest on the bottom of your deck and shuffle. This is really only used for shuffling your Minerva deck because you don't have any ways to shuffle. So if you like use cards that let you, there's I think just a promo, but there might be more other cards that let you look at the top couple cards and put them on the bottom. If you see like the over trigger there, it gets stuck there, right? So it lets you shuffle. And other than that, the card's not very good. We're gonna see here the grade 2 undercover. We got ourselves here this Lady Archer. Oh yeah, I forgot. These things got reprinted. So we got all of the original Bang Dream critical triggers reprinted in this set, which is really cool because these triggers are really cool and really pretty. It's a nice way to like pump up the rarity of your deck is what I'm trying to say. But they also have new ones for the Mygo girls, which is good. And they're also the chase cards for this set as well, right? If I had to pick a set of chase cards, it would be those. I accidentally put the FR here. There we go. It would be the Bang Dream, or I should say the Mygo Bang Dream triggers, Shojoji, and Falcor. Those are the chase cards for this set. We're going to see here. There's also a triple rare for Stoichea, the Alvinia. People really want that as well. But we got the last pack here, unfortunately. I think it'll have our SR. If not, maybe I missed it. But we got ourselves Stealth Beast Krokai here. Here's the SR. God damn it. I already have this thing in SR, but okay, cool, I guess. It's a Ravaging Dragon, the one that has the guard restraint. And then we're going to get ourselves a rare. And the last card is going to be the Armor Scissors Monster 4-Vex, which is an Arkwright card. Technically, you can use it in other decks, but if you have 2 or more research cards, he gets 5k shield, and at the end of the battle that boosts, if you have Arkwright, you can Soul Blast 1, return it to your hand, so you can boost with it, bounce it to your hand, which is really nifty. So overall, pretty good box. Did not get Lukier, unfortunately, which kind of really sucks. Would have really liked to see her again in Secret. I will be playing Lukier as well from this deck. Falcor was a huge hit. Very good. Dilates is, I guess, nice to see. Pro BB is nice. Burning Flail is nice. This is kind of nice to get an FR. This is, you know, cool. This is a triple, so cool. This is kind of nice. This is cool. This is kind of nice. I would have liked the other Regalia's piece, the Twin Cast, to be honest. And then the Shojoji was a really good hit. So, pretty cool, pretty cool. I hope you guys, as I try and find the box here, there we go, have some good luck opening your pack, and I hope you enjoy this set. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other, play Vanguard, and have yourselves a damn good one.